Hello, it is Wednesday. I am Henry. We are here at Midtown Comics Times Square. It is a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday and a wonderful week in the world of comics. We've got a lot of great stuff coming out this week. A lot of fans very excited because, of course, this is a big week in the world of film. We've got Avengers Infinity War coming out this week, so fans are super excited. Fans are coming by. They're picking up Avengers No Surrender. They're picking up Thanos, and it's just an exciting week to be a comic book fan. Of course, this week is also our incredible signing with Charles Soule on this Friday for Hunt for Wolverine #1. And we've got some more incredible events down the way, including Free Comic Book Day next Saturday. That's right, at all Midtown Comics locations. You can come by and you can get some free comics. But if you go to Midtown Comics downtown, you can come by and join us on our signing with Clayton Crane, signing our exclusive edition of Avengers #1. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be very exciting. And, of course, we've got a lot of great books in front of us here, so we're going to get down to it and start talking about all of these fantastic new releases. First off, we've got Jason picking up the brand new issue of Darth Vader, issue number 15 from Charles Soule. So you can pick up the brand new issue of Darth Vader. You can tell him how excited you are for the Star Wars property, and then you can go to our signing on Friday, meet Charles. It'll be very fun. Then we've got Tyler going with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Annual. That is right, it's a continuation of the Shattered Grid storyline, and you can, of course, see a multitude of different Rangers as we are going through the timeline and exploring some characters in a way we haven't seen before. Then we've got Fonz going with Exiles #2. Fonz is a huge Exiles fan. I mean a huge Exiles fan. So he is very excited for the return of the series. Then we've got Izzy going with the brand new issue of Saga, issue number 51. And Bunny going with the brand new issue of Mighty Thor. Of course, the conclusion of the death of the Mighty Thor storyline. Very somber moment indeed. Now we are going to bring it down, and we've got a bunch of great new books, including the brand new Alien series. Very cool stuff here. Dust to Dust. It is a lot of fun. Gabriel Hardman's done an amazing job on so many different books over the years, and it's great to see him lending his talent to Aliens. Then we've got the brand new issue of Giles. Now, this is spinning out of the Buffy the Vampire Slayer regular book, so if you're a fan of Buffy the Vampire Slayer and you want to see Giles going on his own solo adventure, I highly recommend that you pick this up. And we've got the brand new issue of Harrow County as well from Cullen Bunn and Tyler Crook. Now we hit DC, and DC's got a lot of cool stuff leading us off. We've got that brand new issue of Mara, Queen of Atlantis, issue number 3 from Dan Abnett. It's been a lot of fun. It's been very cool. And now we get to see Mara teaming up with her, I guess, what would you call it? Her to-be brother-in-law, you know, Ocean Master, the black sheep of the Curry family. Very cool to see. We've also got the brand new issue of Batgirl. We've got a very cool cover here from Joshua Middleton, which I super love that cover. And we've got the main cover as well. Some cool stuff going on. Trapped Within, Death Awaits Without, a Strange Loop, a new storyline in Batgirl. Then we also have the brand new issue of Batman Beyond. Very cool variant cover celebrating 80 years of Superman. Of course, Action Comics 1000 did come out last week. And we've got the main cover as well. The long payback to the devil, his due. Now, that's a good tagline. We got Dan Jurgens, Phil Hester doing a great job on the series. Now, as we continue, we've got the brand new issue of Detective Comics, and as you can see here, we've got OMAC returning. OMAC is one of, I would say, is the deadliest foe, just because he's so crazy, and he's kind of, you know, was very important during the Infinite Crisis storyline a few years back. So very exciting to see what happens here. James Tynion and Phil Briones doing a great job. We've also got the conclusion of Batman and the Signal, issue number 3 from Scott Snyder and Cully Hamner. Very cool book. If you guys haven't had a chance to pick it up, it is a great exploration of Batman's newest young associate. Then we have the conclusion of Demon Hell is Earth from Brad Walker. Some really cool stuff here. And we also have a brand new issue of Doom Patrol. That is right, Doom Patrol is back. But something's missing here. Something's a little crazy. Of course, it's Doom Patrol. You know they're having a lot of fun. Now we have the brand new issue of Flash, and this makes me very happy. Finally, Wally West revealed after the storm. We've had some crazy stuff going on, and now we get to see the repercussions in the personal lives of some of our heroes. Then we move on. We've got the brand new issue of Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps, Dark Star Rising. I'm a big fan of this Tyler Kirkham variant cover, showing off our boys in green. And we also have the brand new issue of Hellblazer. Very cool cover here from Sean Phillips with, of course, tying in with that Superman 80th anniversary. And a very cool regular cover as well for a dark, cool, twisted series. Then we move on. We've got Justice League of America, issue number 29. Very nice cover by Francesco Mattina. And a regular cover as well. But just to bring it back to this Mattina, I got to tell you guys, this is a gorgeous cover. And what are also gorgeous covers are, of course, our exclusive Mattina covers that we have coming up for Venom and Amazing Spider-Man issue number 800. So you guys should check them out on our website. Then we also have the brand new issue of Mother Panic, as well as a face-off. I am excited to see the Silencer versus Deathstroke in the pages of Deathstroke, in the pages of Silencer, issue number 4, and that gun is like firmly placed in his face. I don't think Slade's gonna really like this fight a whole lot. Silence is proving to be quite the competent combatant. Then we move on. We've got that brand new issue of Suicide Squad, another very cool cover here by Francesco Mattina. And we've got the regular as well, as we see Hack attacking the Suicide Squad. Of course, she's still kind of upset about what's going on with her. Wrath of the Digital Dead, a very fun story and a very cool cover. We've also got the brand new issue of Raven, Daughter of Darkness, a 12-issue miniseries from Marv Wolfman. Then we have the brand new issue of Teen Titans. Very cool stuff here. And let me see. Boom, the variant cover by Brian Hitch, showcasing, of course, the Man of Steel, running along with these young little whippersnappers, these young little Teen Titans, as they race off into battle. A very fun story awaits in Ben Percy's Teen Titans. Then we also have the brand new issue of the Terrifics, issue number 3, from Jeff Lemire and Joe Bennett. And then we have Titans Annual number 2, and this makes me happy because it's got Monsieur Mallah and the Brain, and anything with them makes me happy. We've got Monsieur Mallah, we've got the Brain, we've got Cheshire, we've got Chaos. It's awesome. I'm very excited. Then we do have the brand new issue of Trinity and a couple different covers here. I really do dig this Bill Sienkiewicz cover. Of course, a very classic, iconic look to Superman here with the eagles and, you know, the imagery. And we are already sold out of that book online, so the only place you're going to find it is here in store. Then we have, to finish things off, we've got that brand new issue of Wonder Woman, issue number 45, from the Amazon's Attacked storyline. Now we'll bring it up, and we've got some cool collected editions, including Batman Volume 5, The Rules of Engagement, from Tom King and Joelle Jones, with Clay Mann and Lee Weeks. This is so many of the best issues of the series, like, I'm not even joking. Of course, Joelle Jones is now announced to be doing the new Catwoman book. Tom King's been doing an amazing job on Batman. But this also, okay, so it's 33 through 37, and then the Batman Annual number 2. So it's got a lot of really great emotional character moments in this. It's actually probably some of my favorite stuff in Tom King's critically acclaimed run. I really do highly recommend it. We've also got Batman in the Shadow in a hardcover edition. I'm sorry, The Shadow and Batman. Shadow comes first, and of course, very cute. He is lurking in Batman's shadow. I like that cover design. I like this book. Then we have Volume 5 of Nightwing Raptor's Revenge from Tim Seeley and Javi Fernandez. And we also have from Young Animal Bug, The Adventures of Forger, from the Allred family, Lee Allred, Michael Allred, and Laura Allred. And in case you guys have not been reading Flash, you guys got to pick up Flash Rebirth, Book 2, hardcover edition. Now, this has a lot of great stuff, and of course, you can see on the cover, that's Jay Garrick. There's some crazy stuff going on in here, and if you're a longtime Flash fan, this is a very rewarding read. I've loved everything Williamson has done on the title. Then we'll continue on. We've got that third Silver Age collection of Green Lantern, some classic stuff there, and we also have the first trade paperback edition of Injustice 2 from Tom Taylor. But if you guys read through that and you read through it too quick, don't worry, we got you covered. We got Volume 2 in hardcover edition, Injustice 2, Volume 2. Good stuff. Then we have the first trade paperback edition of JSA, The Golden Age. Of course, they did a hardcover edition of this a while back. And then we've got Sleeper, Book 1 from Wildstorm Classics. Very cool, critically acclaimed book from Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips, who have worked on so many masterful books over the years. You guys got to check out one of their sleeper hits. See what I did there? It's a fantastic book. Seriously, don't judge me based on my pun. Then we have the brand new issue of Imaginary Fiends, issue number 6 from Vertigo. And we also have Motherlands, issue number 4, Reject Your Elders. Very cool. Very cruel. I thought we're supposed to respect our elders. I guess things aren't panning out quite the way they expected. Now we'll move on. We've got the reprinted edition of Power Rangers, issue number 25. A very cool shattered emblem here for the Shattered Grid storyline. Things are crazy in this book. And then we have the annual edition as well. Very cool stuff here, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 2018 annual. The last annual was chock full of goodness. I am very curious to see where this goes with the Power Rangers mythos, as we see so many different characters here. Now we'll move on, and we've got that brand new issue of Rick and Morty. Of course, yes, that is indeed Pickle Rick on the cover, taking center stage. One of the most, I mean, come on, the second the episode came out, everybody on the planet was like in love with Pickle Rick. There are like multiple toys. I've seen people wear like pickle costumes. It's a crazy world, and now it's a crazy comic, so you guys should check it out. Then we have the first issue of The Prisoner from Titan Comics, as well as the Mega Man Master Mix 80-page giant, a very big book for only $8 for the size. That's quite impressive. Now we have a very cool reprinted edition of Shadow Man issue number 1, as well as Shadow Man issue number 2. If you guys haven't been checking it out, it's a very cool series from Valiant. Valiant's got a lot of exciting stuff, and Shadow Man is cool because he explores the mysticism of the Valiant universe. Now, as we move on, we've also got XO Man of War issue number 14. A couple different covers here. Some really cool stuff. Show them off for you. Lovely series. If you want to get a sci-fi epic that's also got some barbarism, you know, some barbarians doing some crazy stuff, it's a good book for it, and it's a fantastic read. We've also got the first issue of Deep Roots from Vault Comics, as well as some cool stuff from IDW, including Antar the Black Knight, issue number 1, a new series starting out if you want to check out a cool fantasy book. We've also got the Black Crown Quarterly from the Black Crown imprint of IDW. And then we have The Crow, Memento Mori, issue number 2, and a very cool edition. We've got Danger Girl, the 20-year collection from J. Scott Campbell. Nice, thick book, a lot of cool stuff. And Danger Girl, of course, has proven to be one of J. Scott Campbell's most enduring properties, and it's only $10. That's not bad, and it's a nice, thick book for $10. Then we have Dungeons & Dragons Evil at Baldur's Gate, as well as the brand new Ghostbusters Crossing Over, issue number 2. A couple different covers here, including an incentive variant, which is very cool. Some great stuff from the Ghostbusters IDW world. Then we have G.I. Joe versus the $6 Million Man, issue number 3. And we also have 30 Days of Night, issue number 5. A couple different incentive covers here as well. So if you want it in color, you got it in color. You want it black and white, you got black and white. Color, black and white. Color, black and white. Very cool stuff. A very scary book if you guys don't mind, you know, staying up all night and reading. Then we've got the brand new issue of Optimus Prime The Falling. It is an interlude, issue number 18. And we also have Transformers Lost Light, issue number 17. So we've got a lot of stuff from the IDW Transformers books. Then if you are a fan of X-Files, you guys got to pick up X-Files Case Files, issue number 1. Very cool cover here. Nice. I like that it feels like an old horror movie poster, but like a B movie, you know, like an old sci-fi tale. Very cool stuff, and of course a more noir take there. Now we are going to bring it up, and we've got some great collections, including the Preacher Absolute Edition, Volume 3. This is the conclusion of the series, if you are a fan, and these things are huge. And I mean, like, this literally looks like a Bible. This looks like somebody took a Bible and just made the Bible bigger and somehow even prettier. I mean, this is gorgeous work. Garth Ennis and Steve Dillon, one of the most critically acclaimed books of all time. And it is, of course, a hit TV series as well, so you guys should check it out. Then we have A Girl in the Himalayas from Archaea. Very cool. We've got Godhead. And let's see, we've got some Grimm Fairy Tales Legacy. Heavy Vinyl. Ooh, that's very fun. From Boombox. We've got Judge Dredd. We've got Escape from the Abyss. That's right, Catalyst Prime Kino, Volume 1. And some more great stuff like Malika, as well as Mythical Creatures. And, of course, we still have some copies of The Bridge, a fantastic book from Pete Tomasi. If you guys haven't checked it out and you want to explore the lore of New York City, it is a great place to look. Then we also have the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers trade paperback, issue number 5. This book is super awesome. Kyle Higgins has been doing an amazing job. I cannot recommend it enough. We've also got Stag, a very cool hardcover edition from New York Times best-selling author Kevin Anderson. So very cool stuff here. Then we've got Please Destroy My Enemies, and that looks adorable. I would destroy her enemies. Then we've got Sense of Wonder. A lot of cool stuff. Secondhand Heroes, The Last Battle. Sharkosaurus, which already looks awesome. I literally just needed that cover, and I'm sold. Then we've got a fun little parody book of Donald Trump. We've got Stumptown from Greg Rucka, Volume 2. We've got Skippy. Then we have a very cool edition of Fear Agent, as well as Hack Slash Resurrection, Crossroad Blues, and Lazarus, the Source Book Collection, Volume 1. So that's, of course, exploring the lore of Lazarus. Now, as we bring it back down, we've got some cool reprints to talk to you guys about. These are the Image First edition. So first you'll see that we've got it for Afar, and then you'll see that we've got it for Age of Bronze. These are only $1, and it is your chance to check out a multitude of different Image books. There's a whole bunch of them this week. We've also got the brand new issue of The Beef before we hit one more with curse words and another reprint. Very cool. Then we have the second issue of the brand new Cyber Force series, as well as Days of Hate, Chapter 4 of 12. Then we've got Gasolina, as well as Hit Girl issue number 3. A couple different covers here. I am particularly fond of this cool Cully Hamner variant because it looks like she's kicking the title, and I think that's cute. We've also got Ice Cream Man. Now, this is, of course, a very cool Virgin variant, and that also looks terrifying. But we get a regular one as well. Ice Cream Man is super weird. If you guys haven't checked it out, it's like this crazy... I don't know how they came up with this horror story, and it's awesome, and I do totally recommend it. It is really cool. We've also got Kill or Be Killed, issue number 18 from Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips. It seems like Sean Phillips is all over this wall this week. It's a big week for him. Then we have Redneck, which... Okay, so wait. We've got the Redneck dollar reprint. So Redneck for $1 from Donny Cates, superstar writer Donny Cates. So you guys should totally check out Donny Cates' book because Donny Cates is awesome. And then we also have Redneck, but... Look at that. Look at that fun cosmic redneck variant. That's awesome, of course, making fun of, you know, Donnie's other critically acclaimed book, Thanos, which we'll be talking about in just a minute. Then we'll move on, and we've got the brand new issue of Regression, as well as issue number 6 of Sacred Creatures, a supersized issue, always oversized issues with Sacred Creatures. Then we have Saga number 51, and we've got Savage Dragon 233, as well as Witchblade. And then we hit Avengers, leading the pack for Marvel. A bunch of cool covers here. Now, I like this cover because, of course, this was one of my favorite issues of Bendis' run, was the marriage of Luke and Jessica. But I do really dig this as well. Avengers 690, the conclusion of No Surrender, a very exciting storyline that has led the Avengers through so many crazy things. Now, we'll move on. We've got True Believers. Now, that is Marvel's version of the dollar reprints of Carol Danvers. Now, this is fun because this is her first appearance, so it's cool if you want to explore her history. We've also got Despicable Deadpool, issue number 299 from Jerry Dugan and Mike Hawthorne. And, of course, you can meet the two of them at our Deadpool 300 signing, which is going to be coming up in just a few weeks, so you guys should all be there. It's going to be a lot of fun, Saturday the 12th of May. Now, we'll bring it up, and we'll talk about some collected editions, including the epic edition of Captain America, the Bloodstone Hunt. Seeing Captain America and Nick Fury team up always makes me happy, and this is great. Then we have Spirits of Vengeance from that new Marvel Legacy book a few months back. Very fun read if you guys didn't get a chance to check it out. We've also got Annihilation being recollected. Now, this is great. This is Volume 2. If you guys never read Annihilation, it's basically what set the course for all of the Marvel Cosmic events that we have seen in these last couple years. Then we've got Jessica Jones by Brian Michael Bendis and Michael Gaydos, as well as Superior Spider-Man, the Complete Collection, Volume 1. Very cool stuff. This was one of the most divisive comics on the shelves like 6 years ago when that came out, and everybody on the planet had an opinion on it, and it ended up becoming wildly, wildly popular, and you guys got to read it to find out why. It is super awesome. Dan Slott is a madman and fantastic. Then we've got, okay, this is cool. We've got the Carnage Omnibus here. This thing is sick. It has, oh, wow, it's got everything. So it's got all the different Carnage minis that Marvel's done for like the last decade. So it's got Carnage 1 through 4, Carnage 1 through 5, Carnage USA 1 through 5, Minimum Carnage, which was very funny. It was when he was injected into somebody's blood, and there's all the silly stuff. But we got a ton of crazy Carnage books all in one place. That is an awesome book. Then we've got 100 Things Star Wars fans should know and wear and do before they die. We've got Darth Vader Volume 5. We've got Cable Volume 1, The Last Hope, which is my favorite run on Cable. We've got Legion Son of X. We've got Iceman Volume 2. And then we've got Domino, and I love Domino, and it's very cool. It's a collection of a bunch of her different miniseries, as well as the X-Force Sex and Violence miniseries, which was super, super, super good. Now we'll bring it down, and we've got that brand new issue of Damnation from Doctor Strange, and Donny Cates is doing an amazing job. I like this cover because it's got Wong, and I like Wong. We've also got the brand new issue of Doctor Strange, issue number 389, which is, of course, tying into that Damnation storyline. We've got Exiles number 2, and you can see her right there. Valkyrie leading the charge. She is joining the fight. Some cool stuff. But we also have Wolvie. And when you read the issue, you'll know why he's called Wolvie and not Wolverine. But it's very fun, and it's very silly. More on that in a short while. Then we have Infinity War number 1 from the True Believers, so it's only $1. Very cool stuff, as well as Invincible Iron Man issue number 599. Very cool variant here, of course, showcasing off 30 years of Venom. Got this main one as well. As you can see, Tony Stark is back. But is that a good thing? I don't know. Tony's kind of makes people do, irrational things. So his return might not be super awesome for everybody. Then we've got the brand new issue of Lockjaw, issue number 3, a very fun cover with Spider-Ham on it. We've also got the brand new issue of Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, as well as Moon Knight. So a lot of mooning this week. Very fun, very cool series, very different. We've also got the brand new issue of Spider-Gwen, issue number 31, as well as Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man. Very cool Rob Liefeld variant. I actually super dig that. Venom crushing Spider-Man's head. And then the regular one as well. Joe Quinones and Chip Zdarsky have been having a lot of fun on the title. Then we have the brand new issue of Darth Vader, issue number 15. A very, very, very cool cover here as we see what a lightsaber does underwater. And we've also got the brand new issue of Dr. Aphra. I like this Galactic Icons variant that shows off Donald Glover as Lando. But I also dig this main one as well. Simon Spurrier and Kieran Gillen have been having a lot of fun. Then you can see that we've got Thanos Annual number 1 from Donny Cates. And it's got like 30 different people's names on here. I can't go through all the names, but I can tell you that they're all amazing, and it's all awesome stuff if you're a Thanos fan. Then in a somber moment, we have Mighty Thor, issue number 706. This is the conclusion of the Death of the Mighty Thor storyline, and it has been very somber, very well told, though, and appropriate for the legacy of Jane Foster. Then we have the brand new issue of Venom. Of course, Venom lighting up this week. Everybody's very curious, very excited because of the Venom trailer, so we got a couple different covers here. And then for a double dose of symbiote mayhem, we've got Venomized issue number 4 showing off the poisons, as the poisons are taking on Venom and the other symbiotic entities of the Marvel Universe. Then we've got the brand new issue of Old Man Hawkeye, as well as all new Wolverine, but the old Wolverine, that's right, the classic Wolverine, Logan himself, James Howlett, is back in Hunt for Wolverine number 1. And, of course, we have an incredible signing this weekend on Friday night with Charles Soule. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to have all the Wolverine and, all the chaos that comes with it. It should be a lot of fun. And then to close off this week, we've got the brand new issue of Legion, as well as signed editions of Domino number 1. That is the Midtown Comics exclusive, signed from Gail Simone. Such a sweetheart. Joined us a couple weeks ago for an incredible signing. And then we have X-Men Blue, issue number 26. A lot of fun. Dakin's probably not having fun. He's looking a little charbroiled there. But it's a good time to be an X-Men. So to start us off, I have the brand new issue of Detective Comics here in front of me. James Tynan and Phil Briones are doing an incredible job telling the story as we see OMAC returning, but in a new form, as the Colony and Batman kind of have to create an uneasy alliance. It's been a lot of fun, and I'm very excited to see where the story goes as we get ready to wrap up James Tynan's run on the title. Now we also have the brand new issue of Flash. And first off, I just wanna show you some of the art. Let me find a pretty page, because the art in this is really pretty. Christian Deuce jumps in on art, and I'll just show you this double-page spread that opens the book. Really cool stuff. He's got a natural handle for the Speed Force and for these characters, and we get to see a lot of great character moments in this book, which make me really happy, especially because we get a lot of stuff with Wally West and I don't want to tell you everything. I'm not going to, but the ending of this book actually has me really excited, not just for the future of the Flash, but for the future of the DC universe. Because if you guys have been reading Flash and you've been reading these big milestone books, you know that Wally West is somehow tied in with the events of DC Rebirth, and this book seems like it's going to have some clues as to where they go from here. Now we have the brand new issue of Mara, Queen of Atlantis, and you can see that Mara is teaming up with Ocean Master. Ocean Master is horrible, though, but he's trying, and like points for trying to be a slightly better person. I'm very curious to see how this plays out. Mara and him have a very interesting dynamic, and I am very excited to see how this story plays out. Then we have the brand new issue of Silencer, and Silencer has been super awesome. I've really enjoyed it. It's been one of the books I've consistently looked forward to from the new Age of Heroes. And now we get to see Viktor Bogdanovich jumping in on art, and you open the book up and you immediately get these great action sequences, and it is really fantastic. I've really been enjoying what we've had in this book, and it's Dan Abnett having a lot of fun. Dan Abnett just knows how to write good comics, and it's a really cool book, and I definitely want you guys to try it out. If you're interested in like a cool espionage spy book, I do recommend it. Then we have the brand new issue of the Terrifics, and we've been having a lot of fun as Jeff Lemire has created an interesting dynamic between these four fantastic friends. I guess now they have to be friends, because now they have to get along, because they are, as you can see on this, literally the first line of the dialogue, I think we're stuck together. There is now like this weird tether that keeps them bound to one another, and they can't escape one another. So if you've ever been in the same room with somebody that you kind of dig, but like maybe not want to spend like every second of your day with, you know that this is probably going to be an uncomfortable situation for these heroes, and I'm very excited to see how this plays out. Now, of course, we have a ton of Image First that came out this week, but one of the ones I do really want to spotlight is Curse Words, issue number 1. So Curse Words is weird, like super weird, and it's Charles Soule and it's Ryan Brown having a lot of fun as they explore this character of Wizard, who is basically like the worst person ever. Like, he's actually just this horrible, despicable person. But he is now on Earth, and he is trying to be better. And much like I said with Ocean Master, you know, points for trying. You got to give this guy points for trying, but you guys should really give the book a chance, because it's only $1 and it's fantastic. And you can pick up the book, and you can go to our signing on Friday with Charles, and you can tell him how amazing the book is and that you're so happy you tried it for $1, because it really is worth it. Then we have the brand new issue of Hit Girl, issue number 3 from Mark Millar, doing a great job reinventing the character. We've had some great art from Ricardo Lopez Ortiz, and let me see if I can... It's always tricky with these. I'll just show you this action sequence. I can't show you certain things because these books get... Hit Girl gets a little violent, a little crazy, but that's the fun of the book. It just means I can't show you because, you know, kids might be watching. Then we have the brand new Power Rangers Annual, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 2018 Annual. Now, this has a bunch of different stories. We've got some great names on here. And let me just open it up. And when I open up a book and I get to see Power Rangers Zeo, because I love Zeo, and it's kind of like the redheaded stepchild that nobody really talks about Zeo. Maybe they talk about Mighty Morphin. Maybe they talk about Turbo. Zeo was awesome. So it's really cool to see it explored. We've also got SPD, RPM, Space, and Ninja Steel. So let's open up to some cool sequences here as we see Lord Draken taking on the Power Rangers on their turf. It's not just the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers that are in trouble. It is all of Ranger history, and this book is awesome. Then we've got the brand new issue of Shadow Man, issue number 2, and so I had never tried out Shadow Man until the first issue of the the previous issue. This is issue number 2, and I really dug it, like really a lot. Valiant makes a ton of really awesome books, and they're really great to check out. We do have the reprinted edition of number 1, so if you guys want to check it out, I highly recommend it. Shadow Man's great. It's a cool mystic voodoo approach to superhero comics, and I think that it's a lot of fun. And if you guys want to check out a cool new book from Valiant, give them a try. I highly recommend that you start with Shadow Man. Then we have the brand new Star Wars Adventures. Now, this is very fun because it is an annual, but it's also fun because it's good for the whole family. The Star Wars Adventures series is great. You can hand it off to the kids. Maybe they're excited for Solo, but you're kind of trepidatious about handing them off certain books. This is a great read. Everybody can enjoy. It's fun, and I definitely think that you will enjoy it if you're a Star Wars fan. And if you're not a Star Wars fan, you're missing out, man. Then we have some cool stuff from Marvel, including Avengers No Surrender, issue number 690. This last issue was crazy, and last issue was like a lot of the big crazy action sequences that you would expect from a story of this scale. This is great because it's a lot of the character moments, and we get to see a lot of the resolution, and we get an idea of what's to come for our heroes. They're Earth's mightiest heroes. They're going off in their different, paths, because it's not like we're going to keep 16 members on the Avengers. We know Jason Aaron's right around the corner, but if you guys want to know what's up and you want to know where things are going, this is the book to check out. Then we have Damnation issue number 4, and Damnation is awesome. I am reading like the main series, the Doctor Strange issues. I've read a bunch of the tie-in issues. The books are just really consistently good because it's a great hook. It is literally Las Vegas is turned into the embodiment of Sin City, and we get to see like all these crazy different things with Doctor Strange, with Wong, with all these mystic heroes, and it's really a lot of fun. You guys should definitely check it out. Then we have the second issue of Exiles, and I'm very excited. The first issue blew away my expectations. Saladin Ahmed and Javier Rodriguez doing a great job, and now we get to see Valkyrie, but more so, we get to see the movie interpretation of Valkyrie. Of course, she had a couple of different changes, but it's very cool to see her integrated into the proper continuity, and I'm very excited to see where this book goes, because the first issue made me very happy. Also, we get Wolvie, and Wolvie is very silly, but very cool, and I'm interested to see what the juxtaposition between characters, how that plays out over time. Then we have the Thanos Annual from Donny Cates, and it seems like I've got all these Donny Cates books. There just could be some draw to Donny Cates. I can't possibly put my finger on it, but maybe you guys will be hearing something soon. But I definitely think that you guys should be checking out this book. If you're not, don't wait for something to happen. Just check this out right now, because Thanos has become one of the most critically acclaimed books of the year, and it is because of the hard work of Donny Cates. So this is great. It's very fun. Jeff Shaw does a great job on the art here, and we get to see a myriad of different creators jumping in and telling some cool tales with the Mad Titan. And to close us off, we do have Hunt for Wolverine #1. Of course, we have Charles Soule signing it on this Friday, which is going to be a lot of fun. But more so than that, Logan has been missing for years, and I think it's kind of left a bit of a void in his wake. And so fans are very eager to see what it means when he returns. And wait no further. It's literally right here. This is jump-starting a bunch of different stories that are going to find Wolverine and place him back in the X-Men. Hopefully. Maybe? Fingers crossed. Then we've got Bug. Now this is cool. I've got a couple graphic novels here. Bug is very fun. It's from the entire Allred family. And if you've never read the work of the Allreds, like Lee Allred, Mike Allred, Laura Allred, they do an amazing job. Their synergy is through the roof, and they create some of the most bombastic stories that you'll ever read. I think they're a lot of fun, and it's a great book to read, almost as a companion to like some of the more recent stuff we've seen, like Amazon's Attack, the Dark Side from the Fourth World, Mr. Miracle, of course, as well. So if you want to check out more Fourth World goodness, check this out. Then we have Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Volume 5. Very fun stuff here. Kyle Higgins has been doing a great job. But if you guys haven't been reading the Shattered Grid stuff and you somehow haven't had it spoiled for you, check out this book. This is like required reading if you are a Power Rangers fan. It is very fun and it's very cool, and you guys should definitely check it out. And then one last book that makes me super happy. It is The Last Hope, Volume 1 in Cable. Now, this is the Dwayne Swarinzinski run on Cable, which is, I wasn't always a Cable fan. This book completely sold me on the character of Cable, and it's got Cable's issue 1 through 12, The King Size Spectacular, and X-Men: The Life and Times of Lucas Bishop, because we get to see an interesting story. Show off this back art here because it's got some cool Bishop art. But this is great because it is a man at the end of time stranded trying to protect his daughter. And it is such a compelling story because Cable is so down and out, and he's so trodden from the wares of time and just trying to save this young girl's life. And it really is incredible. And it, of course, sets some major things in motion for the X-Men franchise. So it is an important book as well. And then to close us off, it is the last week of the month, which means it's Previews Week. But what is Previews? Well, Previews is the one stop to find all of the information that you need about the books that are coming out. But now Previews is better than ever. Trying to sound like an infomercial. We've got Image Plus Magazine. You want to find out everything about all of Image Comics' newest books? Check this out. But that's not all. We've also got the Marvel Previews. Now, the Marvel Previews tells you everything you need to know about some new books. What's that? That's Nick Spencer and Ryan Ottley taking over the Amazing Spider-Man. It's bound to be exciting. You guys want to find out the information? Look right here. But New to previews this month is DC previews. We've got one cover, we've got two covers, and this covers everything. This tells you everything you need to know about the DC universe going forward, and this is very cool. It's all the books that are going to be coming out in July, so it's all those big 50 issues, Batman 50, Flash 50, Green Lanterns 50, all this exciting stuff, all in one place. You guys want to know what's coming up, check it out. It's great. And then, of course, you've got previews. It's got everything you need to know. It's got the toys. It's got the books. It's got the swag. It's got everything. It's awesome. It's an awesome time to be a comic book fan. Check it out. Check us out. Come by. Find us. Read comics. Go see Avengers Infinity War. Don't spoil it. That's very mean and very wrong, and then you're just a bad person. So have a good week, and we'll see you soon. Like this video, be sure to let us know in the comment section. I desperately need approval, so I want to know that you guys like what we're doing. I want you guys to be having fun. I want you to be reading some cool comics, so tell us what comics you're reading. Tell us all the exciting stuff, and don't just tell us here. Find us on all of our social media channels. Find us on Facebook. Find us on Twitter. Find us on Instagram. Find me in the street, and if you do, I'll probably be a little bit intimidated because then you're a very, very good detective, and you should be Batman. Be Batman. Find us, and find us here in New York City, Times Square, Grand Central, downtown, all this awesome stuff. It's a good time to be a comic book fan.